Better protection for more workers in Singapore, including PMEs, that's professionals, managers and executives, for instance, in the areas of overtime pay and sick leave. Now, this is what's been done with changes to the Employment Act.
After several rounds of consultations, the first phase of the Employment Act review has been completed. When implemented next year, the changes will benefit some 450,000 workers. First, the salary threshold of those who can enjoy protection related to working hours, including overtime pay, will go up from the current $2,000 to $2,500. But there will be a cap on the amount of overtime rate payable at the salary level of $2,250 to help employers manage costs. For the PMEs, those earning up to $4,500 will also be protected under the general provisions to cover sick leave and against unfair dismissal. Another measure being introduced is mandating pay slips and detailed employment records. According to an ad hoc survey by the Ministry in 2011, about 1 in 10 private establishments with at least 25 employees did not provide pay slips. The review of the Employment Act doesn't end with just this phase. The Manpower Ministry will be launching the second phase of the Employment Act review later this year. Now, under this phase, the Ministry will be looking into protection for workers who fall under contract work and those who are self-employed. Also, mechanisms to resolve disputes between employers and employees will also be studied. On the hiring of foreign workers, the Ministry says it's monitoring closely.
Last year, our foreign workforce grew by about 67,000, excluding foreign domestic workers. This is still too large. We have tightened our policies to bring it down. And we will be watching the numbers closely this year, sector by sector. Secondly, we studied the productivity growth of our overall economy and also looking at specific sectors to see how they're lagging behind international standards.
There will be 2 new enhancements to the foreign manpower framework. To help firms better optimize their foreign workforce, the Job Flexibility Scheme will be implemented in the services sector, where work permit holders are offered the opportunity and flexibility to work across different job functions within the same firm. Next is the market-based skills framework, which allows some work permit holders in the services sector to be considered as skilled workers to qualify for a lower foreign worker levy. On Singaporeans' concerns on nationality discrimination and the impact of foreign labour on their jobs.
Now, we will not pursue an approach that requires companies to choose a Singaporean regardless of merit. But what we do need is to ensure that companies are fair in assessing all potential candidates for jobs, and both to deter and punish any form of discriminatory or biased decision-making on the part of individuals.
And given the larger proportion of Singaporeans who will enter the workforce as PMEs in the near future, the Ministry will make further adjustments to the Employment Pass framework later this year.